Hello, hello, and welcome back to another live stream. How's it going, everyone? Hope you're all doing well. Happy Wednesday? Yes, Wednesday. Wednesday means I gotta figure out Sunday's video. Damn it! I was thinking about doing a video of continuing kind of the PCG biome stuff. Maybe doing some landscape splines and like water plugin stuff, and showing how to potentially sample that with PCG, like sample the like. And cut that out from the biomes. Stuff like that. Of course, for that, I would need to, well, figure out how to use that. Which I haven't yet. So, that's on the to-do list. Other than that, I'm very close to the end of Expedition 33, and I'm sad. The game's not long enough. The game really is not long enough. Like, I'm 47 hours in. I think like 45 hours in, realistically, in terms of game time. And aside from like some like basic challenges, I think I've done everything pretty much. What I should probably do is look at the achievements and just go from there. There's some achievements I just don't care about. Like, I'm sure there's an achievement for like completing all of the challenge battles in the tower, get all the fun, reach the highest level. I don't care. But if it's like an area I missed, or something relatively simple, I probably will do those. And then I'll be over. And then I'll I need to go and find the next game. Or I'll finally start playing my Japanese game again. And actually trying to learn when I got time. We will see. Anyway. Today, I'm gonna try to fix the text thing. The text issue. I had an idea last night about how to potentially fix it, but I don't think it's gonna work. Basically, the idea I had last night is if like scaling it and changing the wrapping and all that is on constructions causing issues, what if I somehow exposed it and then set the values that way? But I was like, that's not gonna happen on construction. So I don't know. I was gonna play around with some things and try to figure it out. Yeah. So, let's get into it. As a reminder, the problem we have is that flash, right? It flashes every time we reload now. But that flash was the workaround that we did. I could probably close some of the stuff. Real quick. I don't need you. Either close you. Cool down. I don't think we need this anymore. Maybe we need this anymore. Okay. So that workaround was because. Hey, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. The workaround is because now you can see it's it moves, then all the text just moves. Why? Why does it do that? I hate it. I hate it so much. You've never used rich text? It's the only way to put like multiple like fonts together in one like text thing and put images in and other stuff. Like, but this is such a big problem for me that I really want to solve it. So I don't know how though. If I don't do any of the wrapping text stuff, right, it still does that, you see? It's not even the wrapping that's doing it. It's, so it's not even that that's doing it. If I go to text dual, scale box, scale, none. If I say don't scale, oh, is the scale box the one that's causing this problem? Okay, so it might not be the rich text. It might be the scale box. But I'm using the scale box because of the rich text. Well, no, then if I change the size of it still, if I change the wrap text, it still does the problem. Let's try. Or if I change the wrap text, I think it's still a problem. Yeah, it still moves. Does it? No. No, it doesn't. The problem with the rich text is you can't scale the text. So I was using the scale box to scale it. And the problem with getting, oh, see, the problem with getting the scale box, well, it's gonna be zero. The scale box doesn't return the value until 3 frames after, which is why I was doing this nonsense. So if I did this, right, and then we get the information. If I do 1 frame before, still get the information. Hold on. 1 frame before. Oh, yeah. So now I have to do 2. So it's 2 frames. I think at one point I was testing it was 3 frames. Either way, it's not immediate, right? It's not immediate. So what's the trick to it? The trick is it has to be kind of like a twofold thing, where the text has to be, if the text is always the same size, then, you know, problem solved kind of thing. Right? And it has to not scale the box. So let's turn off the scaling again. Right, then we're fine. Could I play with one of the like options for stretching or stuff? I don't know. I mean, that's... Did that fix the... If I did fill, does that fix the problem? Wait. Go back to doing this still. Well, this is gonna... I still can't do this because then it doesn't have the information. Oh yeah, then it's moving. I definitely see it moving. So what I need to do is do it based off the length of the message, but how do I do it? I can't do it based on the length of the message because there's images. And sometimes if a word is just too long, it'll just go to the next line anyway, right? So I couldn't even do like by the amount of characters. All over the USA. Hello, how's it going? Let me enable my old save that has more cards. Be a little easier to test with. Do you fix the text wrapping by adding new line breaks and every 30? Well, here's the problem is, it's fixed here because it doesn't change. So you missed me demoing the problem right before you came in. The problem really is with the scale box, as potentially, and with the wrap. So I cannot get the information from the scale box until a few frames later. 2 frames later, to be specific, it seems. After 2 frames, or 2 ticks, I can get the information in the scale box. But that's too long. See how that's moving? Because that's 2 frames later. But we need it immediately. You can't wait. The problem is the wait. Well, that's one of the problems. So we can't get the information on the scale box. So I don't know how much it scales. Basically, it's... Here, I'll draw out the problem. Here's the problem that I'm having. Right, this is the text box that I have. And if I have, like, text like this, that's great. But what if I need more text? Well, now it doesn't fit. So what I want to happen, basically, is for it to scale down. But if it scales down, right, then it's like, oh, there's all this space at the sides. So then also the wrapping needs to change, so that way it fits back into the width. It's smaller text, but the wrappings then adjust and the scales adjusted. So that was the idea I had to get around the problem of, like, the text not, like, some things needing more text. The problem is I cannot get the size of the scale box until 2 frames after, which is a problem. Because I guess it used to first generate the text and then get the stuff. So the alternative that we were thinking about is a way of having it not regenerate all the cards as well on creation, so it only flashes at the beginning. But if I could get rid of that, like, not flash, but like the pause at the beginning, like general, that would be amazing. How could I do it? Because we tried doing also auto wrap. Auto wrap text is on. Why is auto wrap text on? That shouldn't be on. Hold on. Hold on a second. Okay, right, that's not gonna work. Go back to the scale box. It's set to fill. Well, this is still not gonna work here. Yeah, because that doesn't have the information. That's not gonna work because... Well, now it's all sorts of broken. That's great. What? What? Why is it all sorts of broken? It's all sorts of broken because... Are we? No, no, I just saw that move. Hey, Insight, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. What? Why? What? How? How do you even come to guess that? And because I think these are scaling, and I think that's why these are doing what it's doing. Yeah, as soon as I need scaling of any kind, that's not the default, it breaks. Oh, that looks horrible. Oh, that looks horrible. What if I did, scale to fit X? I mean, it's not gonna matter. Okay, it's gonna matter. It's very much gonna matter. It's just, I don't need user specified. If I knew how much I wanted to scale it, that'd be so much easier. Yeah. If I turn on auto wrap text, then we still have the problem. Right. Still the problem, but we can turn off then this. I mean, that's actually work. That seems like it's working. I need to test on one card that has like a ton of text. Where is it? This one. That's broken also. Hey, Zelen. Welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. That's broken. If you start by writing the longest you'd ever want, you would know. But I don't know what the longest is that I'd ever want. And the longest I'd want could be like way too long. And then I don't want to make that the standard because then everything else is going to be very small. Right? That's why I just wanted to auto adjust to the size. So that way I could do longer and I could do shorter, and the shorter ones are just going to appear more legible. Scrap all text in my game and communicate by smell. Unfortunately, for some reason the displays these days still don't have smelling support. I'm waiting for that technology to come out, and then as soon as we do, yeah, we're swapping it all to smells, of course. Absolutely. Let me. Now we can try testing, or how we can try testing. Let's go to data tables, cards, health up. This is a long. This is an extra long description test to see how it works with really, really long descriptions. And you Dragus, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Ooh, fonts and text, yay. Yeah, so see, it gets cut off, right? When I'm not scaling it, it gets cut off. Right there, because there's a limit, of course. If I just scale to fit, which is what I want to do. Right, then we have this problem. Or just the scale to fit does not happen immediately. Right, let's ignore the fact that they're very different sizes. Right, the scale to fit just doesn't happen immediately. Also, there's too much side area here, which is why I wanted to do like custom wrapping. So if I turn off the auto wrap text, right? No. The whole problem was we're trying to get rid of that fade in because it causes issues. You can see right there, it moves. It'll be actually easier to see if I just do this. See how it moves? See how it moves? See what? See how it moves for like just a moment. When it regenerates, it moves. Because for just that moment, it's like, oh, I need to be in a slightly different location. And it's going to be extra noticeable if I, instead of 480, I'll do like 280. And now it's going to be extra noticeable. See, look at that. Look at that giant flash. Like, I just want that to not happen. I do. Why does that happen? So I need to use custom wrapping and use a scale box, but that causes issues. And I need to scale the text based on the size of the scale box, which I cannot get access to until 2 frames later. Fuck.
Ads are here. Pausing for ads.
Rich text sucks. I have no other alternative options, but rich text sucks. For what I want, clearly. I don't think if this works, right? I don't think I can set the scale of it. Well, scale is not going to help me anyway. No, scale's going to... No, not help me. So I need the box to be the full size. Well, yeah, I need this text to be the full size of the area. That changes the area. Da, 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 da. I don't have many options. I can override the default style, but that overrides literally just the default style. It would not override everything, which, I mean, I guess is good, but like if I want the size of some of the text, all the text to be lower or higher. AI says text flashing during resizing is often linked to graphics driver compatibility. No. No, it's not. that's not it. It's gonna be one of those spend 2 days messing with those little options. There's no options though. There are no little options to just mess with. If there were more options here, yeah, I'd mess with them. But I've gone through this like 5 times today. And dozens of times before. There's no options. Is there a way to preload the card so they're always loaded? Just widget hidden? Is there because of creating the widget and resizing it? Yes, basically. So, right, all of the cards get populated from here. Like all the information, it gets from here. So I can't just... And then to display it, well, it needs to populate the information on the card. The only way to have it be pre-populated, in quotes, is by saving them as images. Preset images. The whole point is I can make dynamically modify this at any time. So that's not really an option. The alternative is alternative right is this, where it takes a moment longer to appear. Oh, why is that? I guess I do need to turn that on. Hold on. Why is that the way it is? Oh, because here of this. I'm back. So now it's fine, but right, if I do this, it disappears for a moment. So I guess the solution really is to oh, that's a bug. Why is the white border not disappearing on leaving? The solution is to make it so it doesn't reload the card fully. It doesn't reload everything fully. It would need to just update what it needs to. That's wrong. What happened? I broke things from before. What did I do? What did I do? No, it was scaled to fit. It was scaled to fit. What's the problem? Scale to fit. Why is it tiny? Why is it all tiny? It shouldn't be that tiny. Okay. Huh. Why does the number have to be halved? Why is this number halved? Odd. So if I had where's the wrap text? This turned on like before. But see, this is what I want, right? Where the text has gone smaller to fit this area, right? This is ideal. What if you set up a standard text and leave a bit at the bottom? No, I can't because I have... See how I have different fonts and different colors and icons? I can't use regular text boxes. I have to use rich text for this. Okay. So you can see the solution we had here is a moment later it appears, which doesn't look good. It solves the problem by making it disappear, but I mean, it causes other problems though, right? I also cannot, right, when I do this, it now reloads the entire thing always. Which makes it all disappear, right? Which also doesn't look good. So... the only way I could theoretically do this is if somehow... I could find out this size beforehand. Well, let's just do a little quick test here. Print the value here for 10 seconds so I can get like a screenshot of it. For shits again, I want to see something. Okay, that's the size that it is found. Ah, but the size is also dynamic relative to the size of the screen. Hold on a second. So this is actually not even gonna work. This is not. So not only that, but this whole method is just flawed from the start. Why is the message still there? Goodbye message. I banned them. The message still there. Oop. Hey Zebra, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. I'll wait till it gets off screen. I'll bring back the message thing. Is it actually gone from... Yeah, it's not there. What I wanted to see though, so this does not even give me the information that I wanted. I wanted the result. I wanted the size of the, like, I wanted to get the scale of the scale box. Like, how much is it scaling it? What's right now? We're fixing the rich text box problem from before. What, is there something wrong? Because it's a resolution dependent. See how it says 0.38 here? And if I go full screen, it's 0.448, basically. So that means it's resolution dependent. But how much it scales the box relative to itself should be consistent. So this get cache geometry, get absolute size does not work. Because it would be consistent. The text is the same, so it should scale it the same. But if it's scaling different based on resolution, that's bad. I can get user specific scale, or set render scale. I love how I searched get, and then there's a bunch of this stuff, which is definitely set. Why am I getting a lot of sets? Or is? I literally searched for the word get. Parent owning player is enabled. The aim is desired size, which is not the same thing. Cache geometry, which is what I tried doing. Render transform angle. Content, child index, child at all children. Stretch direction, stretch. What is this? Oh, the fill scale. Yeah. That's not helpful. Opacity, clipping, pivot, transforms, navigation. Yeah, there's nothing that... Yeah, I've gone through these before. The world stuff doesn't work for it. Yeah, this is... Yeah, we're... I don't know how all this is still under context sensitive, but... Throw a large particle effect every time your mouse hits a new car, problem solved. That won't solve anything, unfortunately. Because basically all I want is for all the text, right, to scale in and out. Automatically. And the problem really is the scale box. Because theoretically you would think that it was with auto wrap on and scale to fit, it would be fine. Right? I'm now not doing anything. This is just the resizing. You can see it's flashing. Right. See it's flashing. And it's actually auto wrap. Also, I have no idea how it's managing to, like, with this setup, go above its boundary, basically. Did I just point that out? I have no idea how it's doing that. Like, you shouldn't be able to. Because you can see here, right? If there's even a gap here, it should not be able to. Because it is also within a size box, so it is set to this dimension. So there should be no way for it to do what it's doing. But it is. Let's pretend we didn't see that. Let's pretend we didn't see that. Why does that do that with when I ignore an inherited scale? I'm going to ignore the inherited scale, applies inverse scaling to counterparents before applying the local scale operation. But then, sure, but then why does it keep doing that? What the hell was that? Okay. We cannot do transform. Because that literally just makes the box smaller. Okay. I was thinking, like, at one point, like, what if I change this, the scale of it? But that just literally just shrinks it in. There was a thing that you guys mentioned at one point that I wanted to look into. The invalidation max. This thing. But yeah, that doesn't do anything. I mean, unless I have to activate it. But even then, that probably won't do anything. No. There's no option to just, it says can cache. But there's no options past that. What else is there? Is size box to override width, right? Yes. Does it happen 2 frames after because it needs... No, the size box is not a problem. Size box works great. Now, I was trying to get the size of the scaling of the scale box, which I just found out isn't even getting me the information that I wanted. So, it's not helpful either way. It's not the correct information. It looked like it was working, but it wasn't actually working properly. So that whole system is null and void. Unfortunately. The common rich text box, I'm pretty sure has the same issue. So if I tried it with that, just for shits and giggles, go back here. I want to enable this variable. Find references. Not you. Say card info. Set it in the same information. Put it in here. Have it be full. Oh, well, I need to populate. Where is it? Here. Oh, that's... Yeah, see, even with this, even with the common one, and the common's still there, because it's all based on the same one. That makes no difference. Is there anything in your game that is affected by this down the line? Like, if you don't fix it, it affects something else? No. But it affects visuals. And it's annoying as hell. It's jarring, and I hate it. It's not a performance problem. It's a visual problem. It's only gonna get worse when there's more cards or more stuff. So, like visually, like, right? I have just 2 lines here, and this is what happens when it's 2 lines, and I don't like that. If I'm like here and I have potentially 3 lines, right? Like that just looks terrible, right? So it's not. That's the main thing. I need a way of getting the scale of it. Let's find out if I somehow can. I think I've asked this before, but I'll try asking again. I think that was in the previous version. When using the scale box, how can I get in blueprints, how can I get how much the scale box has scaled relative to its default size? See. Would you be willing to add a large feathered alpha expansion? What? Feathered alpha expansion to the view through buildings so you can kind of see further? I have no idea what you're talking about. The view through buildings? What are you... You're gonna need to give me a lot of context. Because out of context, I have no idea what you're talking about. Come on, find me something. Find me a way of doing it. Yeah, search everything. That's why you. Search the moon and the stars for the answer. Just find it. What city are you talking about? You're running around in the city, cut through the building? You're still not giving me the con. I have no idea. What city? Cut through the building. Which... Sorry, I'm very confused. Analyzing scale box scaling. Form discussion widgets have a get render transform node, breaking down to get translations. But that's not the same thing. Please don't tell me that's going to be that. I love how much it's searching though. It worries me also how much it's searching because I have a feeling it's not going to find the answer. I miss in the previous version, it showed how many it has searched. And now it's not telling me how many it has searched. And I just like seeing that number go up. Because like, some of them would be like 30, 40, 50. Calculate the ratio of the child's absolute size.
Ads are here.
Nope.
Pausing for ads.
Last time. There we go. Thought for 3.5 minutes. Jesus. Obtain a reference to your scale box widget. Obtain a reference to the direct child widget inside the scale box. If the child is complex, reference to being the child. Retrieve the child's geometry. Extract sizes from geometry. Use the get local size to get the local unscaled size of the block. You get absolute size. You get the absolute scale size as a vector 2D. Divide the absolute size of the problem is the scaled one. It can only be done 2 ticks after. This get cache geometry. In my case, is 2 ticks after, which is a problem. What is rich text? Is it expensive? It's just a text that allows you to do images and different fonts in one text box. Hey, you guys, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. How you demo all right, you know, trying to figure out how the hell to solve my problems. The thing got wings, you heard it fly? What? It's not Red Bull. Or has been drinking Red Bull and so it got wings now. Asking, can you fly? Oh, I don't. You can tell me to eat rocks. I don't really care. Like, as long as it gives me the information for Unreal that I want, I don't care about anything else. You can tell me that babies are delicious. Still would not care. I want to see is cache geometry. Get local size. We get absolute size. The problem is this for LLM for code? I don't know. I don't code. For blueprints, it's great though. It does good searching. I want to see local size. Is this going to be 0 on construction? Yes, it is. Not delay. Isn't blueprint code but visually? Yeah, but you can't ask it to generate you C++ and be like, oh yeah, let me just put that into as blueprint, right? So things don't work. So one tick doesn't work. So I think it's still gonna be 2 or 3 ticks for this information. Yeah. That's what I thought. Get local size and yeah, absolute size aren't available on construction. Only at 2 ticks later. You can't code C++. I don't code. I don't know C++. I'm not that smart. You know C++, right? If the AI knows it? Yes, you do. What? You absolutely do. Are you going to tell me that the AI is going to write me high-level code to replace a senior coder? Because if it's not a senior level code, then it's going to be garbage code. I don't want to put garbage stuff in my game and not even know how to debug it. No way. I'm not going to rely on AI to do the work for me and learn nothing. No, I'd rather learn how to do it myself. Create a custom function for scale calculations. Okay. In your widget blueprint, add a new function, blah, blah, blah. Get the direct child widget of the scale box. Get cache geometry, get local size. I know the size of it. And get absolute size. Could I do that for the text? Probably not, because that probably also is not going to work, right? Yeah. Same problem. Is there a screen in Unreal where it shows you the code? I mean, you're looking at it. mean, I use blueprints. No more advanced. Let's run out. This is gonna be faster answers though. Otherwise, it's gonna give me the same information. I cannot do this. Okay, so this is not helpful. Okay. Because there's no solution basically to this. Can you convert Blueprint to a code repo on GitHub? Oh. I don't know how to code, so I have no idea. This is not even a C++ project. I have not even a little bit of a clue. I'm not even gonna pretend. I can, your guess is as good as mine. Okay. So we cannot do that. What is an alternative? An alternative could be to spawn another widget with the same setup, have it calculate the information, and then send that information through. Before this card is created. And then we put in exactly the information we need for the wrapping of the text and the custom size. Well, for that to work, we need to first confirm that that would even fix the problem. If I do user specified, let's say, I'm just gonna do like 0.5, 0.8, sure. And then, sure, that. That would solve the problem, right? I think that would solve the problem. I did 0.5. Okay. Okay. So, I think we need to do that. Think you know how to code, but you use a visual oh yeah, I understand coding, I just don't write code. I cannot be bothered with a semicolon and making sure I have a capitalization where I need. This whole syntax problem. I can't be bothered. Cannot be bothered. Hey, Goldcube, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. You can't stop watching my videos. Is that what you were looking for your bachelor project? Well, you're welcome, I guess. Good luck with your degree. Make sure you get an A now. I expect an A as a result. If you get any lower than A, you will be banned from viewing any more tutorials on the channel. So if you're gonna use my content to get a degree, you better make sure that it's good. Let's try setting up a function basically for it. So what I would need to do, let me draw it out. So what I'm thinking is when I do the generation, no, that won't work either way. Oh, you know what I can do? That kind of like when I asked if the text box or whatever could recalculate somewhere else than brought in. Yeah, and then I just realized that that won't work because that still would do it. But what I could do is maybe when I first create the cards, like the array, like on the original game creation, I would need to Can you create a widget and not display it and still get all the information from it? But then it's just always in memory, right? Basically. You just don't have to screen. What if I basically created this? Right, this entire thing, where every single card exists. Filled it in. Can I get the information from here? About each one. And I'm thinking, if I can get the information from maybe from here, then after it's all created, I could get this information and store it back onto the cards that will have variables for these, and then just use those variables everywhere else. It's not ideal, but let's just test some stuff. So not sure you follow, but do it so you can understand. Yeah, we're gonna try it out. So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna need a few ticks of delay. And then what I need to do is oh no, not here. Shit, but then it populates them. Okay, so what I need to do is make an array of all the cards. Okay. All cards. This might be a complete waste of time. Or it might solve a problem that's been there for a long time. So we're going to add it. So we're going to have an array of everything. Let's also clear it. At the beginning. So then here, you'll until next tick twice. Then we'll try it with the first one. We'll get the first one. And then we can get scale box 4. A cache geometry. Get local size. Zero, zero. Okay, give it a moment longer. 3 ticks. Okay, 500, 240. Okay, see, this is why I had 3 ticks of delay originally. In case you're running some questions with your stuff in the future, is there any way to possibly ask me for advice? Yeah, you can do it here. Or if it's a question for the video, you could do it on the video, or there's a Discord. Yay, progress? Let's hold off from celebrating. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Get absolute size. And let's do these. Let's do, I don't know, pink and green for 10 seconds each. Okay. Pink is actually really hard to see because of freaking health up. Let's change that to yellow. Yeah, that's better. Okay, question 1. Is this number going to change every time I do this? No, exactly the same, but now it's different. So that doesn't work. This number is not relative to itself. It is absolute. How do we get the relative? How do we get the relative? Get absolute size, local size, local top left, screen to local. screen? No. Screen position? No. Don't need that. If I want to, basically what I'm trying to find is a way of setting the user scale manually. But for that, I need to know how to set the user scale. I'll be right back. I'm back. Sorry about that. Absolute size will never move. Local size is in pixels. Local size is in pixels. How do I get the screen resolution? Game user settings, object reference. Okay, what if here's what I'm thinking. Maybe we can calculate this because we potentially have the screen resolution. And assuming this prints the right information. Actually, I'm gonna do some math, guys. Might actually do some math. 2560 by 1440. Shit! Okay, that's my screen resolution. I want the game resolution. Get Where's the current resolution, scale, and the range? What are these? Print text. Oh, put in the wrong thing. Format text. That's where I want to put it in. Good job, me. One 100, 0, 100. That is not helpful. Okay, noted. It's just not helpful. Okay. Your current resolution scale as a normalized 0 to 1 value between min scale value and max scale value. What? 1. Okay. 1. Okay, not helpful. I want the game resolution, display resolution. Turns to user desktop resolution in pixels. What's the difference in screen resolution? Yeah, what does this return me? $25, $6, 14, 40. Okay. Hold. Why is this being like this? U5, get game screen resolution. Viewport size. Is that what it's called? Get viewport size. Is that what I've been wanting? That's what I've been wanting. Okay. It's not this. It's viewport size. Okay. So we have viewport size. And we know that everything is built on 1920 by 1080. Can I divide? Oh, I can divide this. So we can do this and this and divide that. No, not this. I want to divide it by 1920 by 1080. Hey, Alika, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Still having an issue with text blocks in your cards? Yep.
Ads are here. Pausing for ads.
It's the problem that will never go away. One day it'll go away. This will give me... Well, hold on a second. This will give me how much it's scaled. But it's not helpful. Hold on a second. I think that gets me the information I need. I just realized. Hold on. Does it actually give me the information I need? I was going to do it off of... I was trying to figure out, like, okay, and then we can figure out how much it scaled it. But... No, that won't tell me how much it scaled it, right? Because in the display, it'll still be correct. Like, the actual information of it will still be correct no matter what. It's just, it scaled all the information inside of it smaller. Okay, what if we... don't scale the text at all? If we don't scale the text and then it becomes like this, right? Because it'll still try to fit it. Then we can check the size of the text relative to the size of this, which won't be perfect, but we will know how much it has scaled it by that. By that information. I hate rich text. So it is currently not scaling it, and then this is set to scale to fit. So theoretically, I need to make an even longer description. Okay, right? Tiny, tiny, tiny. Okay, okay. Well, shit, no, this also still has a... I just realized that if I get the size... Okay, right, like, I'll know how much it's scaled by, right? Cool. And if I change the wrapping based off that, it'll just make it shorter, but it won't fill it in all of a sudden. Is that the scale would need to be adjusted again based off of the new wrapping. I mean, theoretically we can do all that and then get the information again. Assuming switching textiles doesn't fix your issue. That sucks. Yeah, the problem with freaking rich text is you can't just scale all of the fonts that you're using inside of it uniformly. That's all I really want. Right? Rich text is like, cool, you specify the text size. I'm like, I don't want to specify the text size. I want to be just like, scale them all. Scale them all by 90%. Scale them all by 80%. Scale them to just fit the text box. That's all. If there was a way, it'd be amazing. Dear God. Could you pre-do it for all the scale sizes you want to allow? Well, I don't know what the scale sizes is. Here's the thing, right? That I don't think you realize with text. So if I have, for example, I never know why text is freaking tiny always. Let's do this. This is a sentence. Yeah. So let's say I have this, and I also have this is a long sentence. Okay, but just something else for demonstration purposes. Let's say the length of my window is this long. So this fits great. That means the word sentence will go here in this second one. Right? But what if it's here? Well, this sentence will go to the next line, and this sentence will go to the next line. But in this line, the amount of characters is longer than this. So I can't even do it based on the amount of characters or figuring out how many words I can fit or how many characters I can fit. There's no way of me knowing, because if I just happen to be using longer character words, there's a scenario where, you know, sentence becomes its own line. If my entire, like the amount I can fit is like this, that means I will have this is, maybe a long and then sentence. Or maybe I'll have this is a and sentence, right? Because a word can be very long, it could be theoretically the size of the entire width of the line. And then in other places, you'll have like 3 words. And because the amount of characters isn't the same in each line, you run into the issue where you cannot just impose a character limit. Text cells are simple data assets. You need to create multiple styles for every font size required. Yeah, but the problem is not only do you have to do that for every font size, you have to do that for, like, if I hope to have it in different languages. Some languages are shorter, some languages are longer. Like if I make it perfect for English, and then let's say I go to French, and French just happens to be like twice as long for whatever reason in this certain scenario. But in other scenarios, maybe it's the same, or they're smaller, right? Add hyphens, call it a feature, and change. No. God. Hyphens and like, you know how many there'll be hyphens in every single letter, every single thing, and also hyphens usually are put in at specific locations. You wouldn't put them in like in a random location on a word. It's usually put them with syllables, right? Like you put dan-sing, dancing, right? La-fing, laughing. Right? I don't think you put laugh-ing on the next line. Or maybe that's me. But you guys kind of get the idea. Okay, so we have the viewport size. We have get dual text dual. I can get the local size here. Absolute size is useless to me. So then I can check if local size of the scale box. Let's divide here. And then we print U. Oh, wrong one. 3 and 3. I need the other way. Right? I think I need the other way. Oh, no, 3. That's correct. That's correct. That is what I wanted. So now what I can try doing is from here, text dual, sect, wrap, text at, and this is going to be just X multiplied by 480, I believe. Right, so I can get this happening. Now, Is there a way of me figuring out how much? There's probably a mathematical formula that is like, based on how much I extend out, I need to extend. What if I extend half of it? What if I extend only half? So I take this, I guess times 0.5 here. And then I would need to scale it, or then set it to be a user scale of that. Release just the card part as a small coding game where they win once they fix it, then take the solution. You know, that would be funny if I put like a bounty on having this solved, and just be like, you know, $1,000. Whoever can figure this out. People will find a way. People will definitely find a way. What I can do here is make a new function. Just for now. And this is set user scale. I want to do scale box 4. And I just set stretch. Set stretch to be user specified. Set user specified scale. $1,000. No, start with 50 or go with 5. No. I'm not actually gonna do it. If I did that, I would admit that it is impossible for me to do it, and I'm too stubborn to admit that there's no way for me to do it at all. Like, I am not competitive with other people. I don't give a shit if someone's better or worse or whatever else. But I am competitive with myself. I'm very stubborn with myself. And when I find something that I am, like, I really want to figure this out myself, and if I don't, it's gonna eat me inside. If someone else figures it out and tells me, sure, I'll wish I would have figured it out still. But if I go as far as being like, I will pay someone to do it, that means I have to like admit that I have failed in figuring this out, and I don't see any solution or any world where I will have ever figured it out. So I'm not willing to admit defeat on this just yet, because I still have some ideas, like we're trying today. I'm not 100% out. I'm like 90%, but still. So then from here we do what do I call it? Set user scale. And the scale is going to be, well, I guess I need to do it here. Is the scale needs to be the opposite, isn't it? It's the opposite. Cognitive progress. I mean, Sure, let's go with that. Multiply by 2? Hey guys! Hey, look, it's using math. It's so close! It's so close! What I think I might need to do is use a min here. And here. I think it's min and not max. Max? Okay, that's better there. And now we need to probably scale it to point like a little bit higher. So instead of times 2, no, other way. Oh, that was the wrong way. That doesn't seem right. Hold on. I'm getting myself. I'm speeding up, and that's ruining me. What I need to do is figure out how to make this smaller still. It is now taking the... So I'm right on the max, but now we need to scale it a bit smaller. So the wrap text then used to be scaled at like, I don't know, 0.9. And then the scale needs to be 0.9. No, okay, I don't want... Do I not want to do the scale here? Oh no, this needs to be increased, not decreased. Or no, maybe, no, decreased. Yeah, it is decreased. So if I decrease this, well, what I could try doing instead is, yeah, just fill it in here, and then right now it's going to be a bit too big. So I just need to scale the final scale to be down, right? Theoretically, if I keep the rest as is, 0.85, 0.8. That's not consistent. I was worried about this. It's not consistent. For some reason, it is not consistent. These. Is it? Is it consistent? No. No, it's not. See? It's not consistent. Why is it not consistent? It is not consistent. Where did I mess up? Oh, wait. I'm doing local size divide by this. No, this is supposed to divide... I wanted to divide by here. And this obviously is gonna... Yeah, this is wrong. No, I should get the total... Oh, no. You know... Keep this as this, but the... Oh, I'm getting the local size of both. No, then that should have been right. I was getting the local size of both. So theoretically, it should have been consistent. $1524 by $731. $1482 by $622. What? The sizes are wrong. Shit. We're so close. We're so close. I just need to get the size of it to not be to me, not relative to the resolution. Basically, I need to get. Why is it inconsistent? Well, it's inconsistent because I'm getting the local size, so that's correct. But why is it inconsistent? The relative, why is that inconsistent? I guess is the better question. .964, 3.049. What possible reason could it be for not being consistent? It's the text that's not consistent. Only the text is not consistent. The text is not consistent. Why are you not consistent? Why are you not consistent? You don't have auto wrapping on. It's not consistent because of the scale to fit is not consistent. For whatever reason, I think. Unless maybe if you talk it through, explain to you what's wrong. So what's happening is where is it? I'm getting the local size of the text and the local size of the scale box. And by finding the difference between the two local sizes,
Ads are here. Pausing for ads.
I'm trying to find the relative scale of one relative to the other. But the size of the text is changing relative to the size of the resolution. It's not a big deal. It's not the end of the world. I could still have it work this way. But I'll look at what they all look like after the ads. Maybe I just say screw it and that's fine. But it's slightly different between the two. As long as they both look fine. If changing resolution changes the alignment of the text, I don't think it matters. But they don't change. Well, theoretically they should, but they don't. For some reason, I think what's happening is this scale to fit doesn't scale it the same at different resolutions. It might be like floating point number nonsense kind of things. And that's what's throwing it off. We'll take a look at what it looks like with all of the cards. Just do these. Well, it was working with the one we were testing. God damn it. Why? Why is it like that? Different words or brick lines at different sizes, different. Yeah. But it should have been consistent. Let's go back before we did this loop. Quick. Let's test out with, instead of 0, instead of u, we're gonna test with u, which is 3. So what's going on here? Why is it so bad here? .956. .956. We'll take 0.956 times 480 times 0.5. It shouldn't need the times 0.5 here. It should just be that times that. First of all. Second of all, then the scale is wrong. So why is the scale wrong? There's a dev at Epic laughing, saying, "See, I told you they would notice." Notice what? Still print here. Just want to see what information we're getting. 1.046 2493. And I'm scaling it by the bigger number, so really here I think we should be using min. Back to 1. Okay. So that makes sense now. Okay. Next step is the text scaling, yeah. But then this will be a problem, won't it? Or will it not? Yeah, because we're back here. Shit. So what's happening basically is when it's really thin and tall, when there's too much text, right? I'm basically going off of the height of it to make it all work. But in cases like this, I want to be going off the width of it. That's why it's not working for both scenarios. That's why here I need to change, take the spacing down and scale it, the whole thing up. But I don't want to do that here because that messes things up. What I could do is check if the height is bigger than the width. The shit I have to do for this is insane. Select. Okay, we need to check if the local size of the text. And by the way, this is only doing one of 3 text boxes. I think once the math is done, it'll be able to become a formula, assuming it works, but just to remind you that this is 3. I want to divide x by y, and if it is greater than 1, then we go off of these. So this is if they're more wide than they are tall. So if they're more wide than they are tall, then we're going with this and this. Otherwise, and this was times 0.5. And I think this was also times 2. Okay, backwards. Uh-huh. Okay. Okay. And then we check the other one. So close, so close. This had... I need to modify the spacing. Spacing is the problem. Why? Does it need to be min? Probably needs to be min. No. What? You know what? Oh, so I was right at the beginning with how I had it plugged in. I think just the values were wrong. Okay. That's correct now. Let's test the first one again. What's going on here? What's going on right here? .38. Right, we got 2.38. And for the other one, 4.96. That's not possible. What? The local size is not always more... Oh, it is always more wide. No, in the dual. Wait, what? Everything's okay, guys. Everything's okay. 4082 by 622. Which is wrong. Why is it getting this information? Where's this 1482 coming from? It's from... I mean, I'm getting the information off of this thing. Uh-huh. That's all the problem? Hold on. Now we have 480 by 600. Okay. Okay. Gotta double check that this is the place. Making just hard coding 100 to wrap at. Yes, okay. Okay. Before I get too excited, let me just test the other one. Is the other one still fine? It is. Okay, okay. So now, what's going on with this? 0.8, and then this is 1 divided by 0.8 times 0.5, 65. Is that the right thing? Aha! We might have a yay now situation. Oh, hold on. Just gonna save real quick. Oh, okay, so now for each loop, same thing again. I'm not gonna make this clean just yet. It just cannot be bothered until we actually test to make sure they're all fine. We're only looking at the don't look at the dual ones. Or not, those are not important. Okay, what happened here? What happened here? What happened? What? Did they just give up? What happened? $144. 48. So that's correct. Okay, it does all of them. Maybe it needs a longer delay. No. Okay, what the shit? What the shit then? What? keep that for now. That's a lot of zeros. What possible reason could I have for having a lot of zeros? Okay, what's the number at? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Times 3, 4. So, index 24. It stops working at index 24. You're not getting paid enough for all this stress? Neither am I. I don't get paid enough for this headache. $24. Yeah, well, again, we'll stop the loop. Just go through here. So excuse me? What do you mean it was fine? What? Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 16, 24. Oh, 32, 33. My brain is clearly not brain anymore because I can't count that high. No, now it should be this one. Yeah, it should most definitely be this one. By 15%, 50%. Yeah. Oh, now it's... Thanks, I added a print string. It went away. Remove the print string? Okay, it's gone again. It's gone. It has realized it's not supposed to be there, or for some reason. Okay. 0, 0. It cannot get the information from the local size of the text box. Why? Why can I not get any information from either one of those? This stream should be just titled "Watch a Man Go Insane." Because every time when I think I'm so close, it's like, no, fuck you. All I want is when I have a lot of things in my rich text for it to automatically scale everything inside of it and fill the area. So it looks pretty like the ones that have less text. But no, apparently that is asking for an insane amount of things. Epic, please? Can we have something for this? Please? For the love of God, please? Okay. So it just stops reading the information after a while. Basically. I mean, what am I supposed to do with that? I don't know what to do with that information. Your request was denied. I know. Like it works. And then he just stops. It just stops getting this information. I can't.
Ads are here. Pausing for ads.
Yeah, I don't know. What do I do with that? If it returns 0 all of a sudden, no matter how long I delay for, I mean, I know ads are going, but for shits and giggles, I'll delay it for 10 seconds. It's not going to change anything. It actually changed something. Well, no, it just now it's down here. Just what's the event that triggers my calculations will can include us? It's just a construction with a delay. I've been trying to find so many ways around. It gets all the information, but for some reason, after a certain amount of them, it says, no, screw you, we're not getting this information anymore. Oh yeah, when it's created. Oh, you know what? You know what? Hold on. Put it in here. Put it in the wrong. I put it in the wrong place. Hold on. No. No, because fuck you. That's why. All the children are created here. Uncompleted. 3 ticks of delay even. Is just a big fuck you. It just at a certain point, it's like, no. Just fuck you. I just want text, rich text to scale. That's all I want. I'm asking insane things, I know. Scaling texts in a program that's been in development for decades. I know. I am insane for asking such ridiculous things. What's the component that holds my cards? Oh, it's a widget. It's all user widgets. Unless you're talking about like the variable that holds like literally the information of the cards, then it's a struct. It's a rich text. Oh, common, specifically common rich text, too. Not in a regular rich text. It's a common rich text. Doesn't help anything, but the component that holds each cards and handles scroll. Well, that's that's this thing. That's this widget. That's where we're at. That's the one that generates all of them, and then modifies them. You're lucky you get characters. Don't ask for working text too. Careful, they might mistake characters for like the letters, those kind of characters, and then they might remove those soon too. Watch out. This complicated system, by the way, Cludos, is all I was trying to do is have rich text automatically scale based on the size. Because right now, if you have a lot of text, you get this with when it's using the scale box, or it obviously does not even fit in here. So I just wanted a way of fitting more or less text in. That's all I want. I just wanted to just automatically scale to fit the full width, right? So sort of like what I was trying to do here, but apparently after a while it stops doing it. Let me just go back to oh, because it's 2 second delay. Like it does there, right? This is basically what I want, how I want it to fill in. But I want that to be just unopen immediately. Yep. But that's not easy, apparently. If you had the card separated by types on tabs, maybe it can work. By types on tabs. I'm not sure what you mean by types on tabs. It's just a user widget, Cludos. It's just a regular user widget, pretty much. At least you picked an appropriate name for the video? Oh, you're talking about for the stream? I mean, the appropriate name for the stream would be "Watch a Man Lose His Mind." Working with basic texts in Unreal. Your card types on different tabs that you have to click to switch. What do you mean by I don't understand card types. That part. There's no types of cards. There's just cards. So I don't understand. That's the you lose me at the beginning. Because you click to switch. What else can we do? We were trying to basically set it up where it does all the calculations in one widget and then saves that information and then stores it somewhere else. But we can't even do that. The categories seem like they were different types to you? There are no categories. Yeah, they're just cards. These are all just cards. There's no categories. It's all just cards. All passive power-ups. Now, turn this off. Okay, they're just all passive power-ups. Right, add more damage, speed, homing, auras, glass cannon, fire trails, extra healing, extra dashes, different attacks, thorns, right? They're all just passive power-ups on cards. That's all. I think the last thing that we can... I mean, I don't know about last. I keep thinking it's last. If we... I would need to look into how to update the information of the cards without regenerating. And the only time I generate will have to be at the beginning. And then I have to be okay with the cards not being visible for like a part of a second. But like in like the final production version, like maybe that animation like reveals the cards or something like at the very beginning or something. Then the problem is what you said, trying to calculate things while they're not rendered. I mean, they were rendered. I mean, I was looking at them. I create them and I add them to the graph. That's why you see them. Right? All of this is just sorry. All of this, right, where it's created with nothing changed. That's this. This is all of them. Right? So they're all here. Right? So they're all fully generated. And then after it's done, and I look, and a few ticks or seconds after they were all done, and I'm looking and staring at them, then I was going through all of them, and then adjusting their wrap and their scale. But for some reason, despite me staring at them and everything, this information stops returning properly. Oh no. I don't know. Have them drop in from off screen. Yeah, well, like I could hide it with an animation later on in production. Sure. That was where I had the child. It's right here. It's right here. It's right here. Create it. Add child. You mean add child to grid? This? It's right here. It's all in this. Oh, you're trying to find out what this information? Oh, sorry. I didn't understand. I didn't think that mattered, so it wasn't even on my mind as a thing. If we're fine with it flashing at the beginning, we'll need to figure out a way of updating the cards without regenerating things, which, I mean, again, I said yesterday is probably the better way of doing it anyway. So that'll be the plan tomorrow, I guess. Figure out a way of updating it. Updating the information so we can send the information back and forth. It's fine. If you don't call your calculations, the texts are not scaled but always visible, right? Yes. Yep. Yeah, Skronek, well, have a good one. Thanks, Tom. Bye. Yeah, everything just works. It's just, all I'm trying to do is basically scale. Like, if I have too much text, too much rich text, and it just overflows from my text box, I just wanted to scale it, right, and then fill it out. That's it. Fill it out theoretically should have been easy. And theoretically, you should just be able to turn on auto wrap and it will do it. But for some reason, that has other issues where it's just spazzes. So even if you do it on construction, it just has a flicker where you see it move. So it's... Do it on the child, on the method on paint. What is on paint? I've not heard of this. On paint? It'll be called every tick basically once rendered. Well, I definitely don't want it to be called every tick. That sounds really bad. I see it to be called once at the beginning. There's no reason to call it every multiple times. Let's see. Use a boolean? I mean, what's the point of it if I just do it on construct and I'll do it once at the beginning? Basically, right? Then I don't need to have a boolean or anything. I'm not sure. We'll try a different method tomorrow, I guess. This is not where I thought Epic would just fall apart. Construct are not certainly rendered? What do you mean? If you try to get size of something while not rendered, it would be 0, I guess. Yes. But you saw that we did we had it visible, and we had a delay of even 10 seconds. After 10 seconds of it being fully visible, it still didn't have this information. How? I don't know. I have no idea. But that's where we ended up today after everything. I can only laugh at my own misery. That's all I can do. You did this kind of thing about years ago? Did you manage to do it with rich text specifically? So it's possible with rich text? You have it scale it and fit it to be any size with the same text? You don't think it was, oh, yeah, see, with regular it's easy because you just type in, set the font. Hey, ripping sticks, rich text don't use. I have to. Otherwise, all the text is going to be the same font and the same color, and I can't put images in. Like, I don't have any other options. If I want to have an image in line with the text, or have like one of the text to be a different color, I have to use rich text. Common UI, mine is a common UI component. Mine's common rich text. Yeah, mine's common as a common rich text component. Yep. Like, I could go with the route, right, that I just say this is the character limit. No, see, the character limit won't work either. Still, no. Character limit wouldn't work because of the thing we were talking about earlier, where if you have just really long words, they'll just happen to be on new lines and you'll be able to fit less. Character limits don't work. So yeah. It's just, I guess, write it out and see how it looks, but then when you go to a different language, if it's longer, then you're screwed. So. Yeah. I will live in my misery for a little longer, and we'll try something different tomorrow. And we'll see if I still have hair after tomorrow. I mean, well, I'll see if I still have hair after tonight. I'm still considering just pulling it all out, because that's what it's been feeling like. I'm pulling my hair out today. I'll come back tomorrow bald, fully bald. It'll fall out by overnight. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for joining me today. You pull your hair out all the time, no clue how you're not bald yet. Thanks for joining me, guys. Hope you have a lovely rest of your night. Hope you enjoyed watching me suffer in pain during the stream. I enjoyed rushing my head into a wall multiple times today. But I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your night, and I'll be back tomorrow for some more misery and suffering. Yay! Have a good night, guys. I'm out. Bye-bye.